Hello everybody! I'm back again with more of Ratchet Clank. That was some intro, I tell you what. Nico The Nacho here. How's everybody doing? Me? I'm doing quite spectacular. Got some sleep last night, got my coffee in me, and I'm ready to go. So, I want you to picture something for me. Alright, it's 2002. Your only experience with gaming so far has been the PlayStation 1 and everything prior to it. You know that the PS2 is hyped up to have massive processing abilities, but you have no idea just how much. So, your first game is Ratchet Clank, right? And so far what you've seen has looked absolutely, beautiful with detail and texture and stuff on both Velden and Novalis, but then you arrive on Qwark, come to the other side of the bridge, and see this. And immediately, your mind is blown. I mean, of course, it looks painfully 2 gens ago at this point, because we've got the PS5 coming out now, but believe me, the sight of Metropolis was groundbreaking back at the time. We've got the bustling city streets, the massive city, which was all rendered at the same time, and check out that skybox too. Insomniac really made a name for themselves with this game. Anyway, we are gonna go and see the sights, but first things first is we're gonna get our second new weapon, I should say, and that would be our trusty handy-dandy blaster. Yeah, something that sucks is that in the later games, Ratchet no longer does those little, ta-da! Animations from when he gets the weapons. It really kind of stinks because those were kind of the neatest things about the game. So, let's test this bad boy out, shall we? Looks like the Qwark followed us here from Novalis. We can't have that. We can't have citizens dying because of our presence here, so let's go ahead and clear the area out. Just like that, man. Galactic Explorer is never safe without his trusty blaster. So, some housekeeping items really quickly that I want to clear up. The Nico The Nacho Challenges title, I've decided I'm just going to drop that and just call it Nico The Nacho Plays. I don't know why, I just don't like the sound of challenges. I prefer to just, I don't know, I guess I just like to keep it more simple or something. Also, I have remembered the names of the people that I was trying to refer to in my last part. The developer commentaries on the games that I was talking about, the guys' names are Tony Garcia and Mike Stout. If you want to go check that out, there are developer commentaries on this Ratchet game, as well as Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal here on YouTube. And they are both great watches if you're interested in the design history of this game and just video game design in general, because there's a lot of interesting insight that they talk about there. Second thing is, I mentioned my friend Nick's channel and how I would love to do a collaboration with him in the future if I were to ever play the Halo games. His channel is called The Lunar Squadron, so you can go ahead and go check him out as well, because his content is a lot more well-produced than mine is, I'll say that much. I think he's doing mostly baseball game content right now. I think he's done some first-person shooter stuff as well, but I don't know for sure. Honestly, I didn't know that he was doing a channel until just recently. He and I, like I said in the first part, we were childhood friends, and we would always actually talk about starting a YouTube channel together, and at one point we tried. I don't know if the old channel is still up, but it's got a few old videos of us doing a Just Cause stunt video. I think we were also doing it as a exploration to the Smoke Monster Easter egg. If any of you guys have played that game, you know what I'm talking about. And I remember we were doing it without a capture card. It was just a recording of the screen, and I was kind of just putting in my little annoying anecdotes, just really annoying the shit out of him while we're just trying to do this Easter egg. Honestly, I go back and listen to that recording, and I cringe. I still cringe at my own voice, because I realize, me being autistic and all, I've got some odd speech inflections. I'm aware of that, but they're kind of bad now, but I'm trying to get the hang of that. But compared to the way it was when I was littler, like back then, it was bad. bad. You could definitely tell that, you know, there was something wrong with me. Oh, get back here. Boo boo. Die. Okay, there we are. But yeah, so from that little journey into my past, I think you guys can get the idea that this Let's Play thing is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm super excited to finally get the chance to do it. And this being my first foray into it with the debut to my favorite series of all time, I'm looking forward to you guys taking the journey with me. Sorry. Also, what do you guys think of my new camera angle? This is my attempt to improve over the way it appeared in the last part. I didn't like the fact that it was so in editing the video yesterday with the angle that I took it at, I found that for some reason it uploaded on its side, and I use a Roxio as my capture card, so it took me I had to fiddle around in the editor to figure out why I couldn't rotate my video clip to put it right side up. Eventually I did figure it out, but I also didn't like the fact that the camera was long ways and you could see like all the way up to my ceiling and my face was just right down here. So I am recording long ways this time, and I'm gonna put my face recording in the bottom left corner instead of on the right side, and since it's long ways, I'm hoping it won't take up as much of the screen, so you guys can tell me what you think of that and if that's much of an improvement. Also, I shaved, so I hope you guys like that. Anyway, we've got an NPC to talk to, and an upgrade to purchase. Ooh, also, we're going to be doing something with that later on. You'll see.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Qwark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your infobot announcement. You were with Captain Qwark. We're trying to find Captain Qwark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Qwark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch, since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service.
Hey, Balls. They just make absolute sense in this universe.
Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
It always bothered me that Metropolis isn't the official capital of the Solana Galaxy. Like, you'd think it would be because, you know, the city's name is Metropolis, and it's obviously the biggest city that we see in this galaxy in the series. But no, it's just Capital City on planet Marcadia, and it's just called Capital City. It doesn't even have a name. I don't know, I guess it's like a New York City's and Washington, D.C. type deal. Like, Metropolis is the New York of the galaxy, and then Marcadia is the Washington, D.C., I guess. Metropolis, though, I just love this video. I love this planet and this location so much because it reminds me so much of home. I actually live in Colorado, and I missed an opportunity to do something cool there. But yeah, I live in Colorado, and Metropolis actually reminds me a whole lot of downtown Denver. Before coronavirus hit, I was going to college on campus, and to get there, sometimes I would have to arrive at Union Station, and the Union Station is basically the central transit hub for the light rail and train system here. And walking up to the station and entering it and everything always makes me feel like I'm entering this train station area in this game here. Well, you'll see what I mean once I actually get up to it, but first I've got something to do in the meantime because I'm going to show something off. That's kind of a unique feature of this game. Well, I don't know if it's actually unique, but like, it's a feature of the game that I'm going to show off really quickly. you guys know the concept of achievements and trophies, right? So Ratchet and Clank kind of did something like that. It's a holdover from what they did with the Spyro the Dragon games, because in the Spyro games they had something called skill points. And, well, if you're familiar with the concept of achievements and trophies, well, skill points are basically the same thing, except they're not internet-based and they're also built into the game. So I've remembered each and every one of the skill points, and I can pull them off flawlessly for the most part. So I'm going to be striving to get each and every one. The first one I'm going to do is, see that statue right there? That rotating statue? We are going to combat every one of Ratchet's depressing urges and have him save himself from his fall and land between the robot's legs and give it a little bit of an inspection. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Whee! And there we go. Skill point number 1 in the bag. So, I guess I can be doing a little bit... If you follow along with my Let's Play, you can use this as a little bit of a makeshift guide to the skill points if you wanted. Another little bonus collectible that will be, well, collecting, because I also have remembered where each and every one of them are the gold bolts. If you guys remember, in my first part, I collected a few of those big floating golden bolts. And yeah, they're hidden throughout the levels, and you can use them to purchase more powerful versions of your weapons, along with a hefty sum of regular bolts. So, there's that. So, that'll be fun. Anyway, approaching the station now, and this is what it feels like to approach the train station in downtown Denver for me. And just this the entire universe of Ratchet and Clank, because it's such a one-to-one recreation of our society here, it just feels like home for me. Like, that's the biggest thing with it. That's one of my most favorite things with, especially the way the universe is portrayed in this first game. It just feels like home. Like, I'd want to move to Metropolis and set up shop and get a job and everything, and just make my way in this galactic society of capitalistic hopes and dreams. Nico the Patriot over here. But yeah, I love the universe of Solana. It's a very accurate recreation in the commentary, and in some cases, satire of our own society. And because that, it's just super relatable. I mean, it definitely takes the piss out of all of our flaws and stuff like that, but I think that in the design of the world and how you navigate it and everything, and just the adventuring from planet to planet, you can definitely see the fun and neat and interesting things about it reflected in the galaxy as well, in the various planets and such. And I love the use of the various locales and the, I guess, storytelling that can be inferred from the way the scenery is designed. Artistic design in video games is, I don't know, I guess it's something that can be taken for granted sometimes, but Insomniac really put an effort into the look and feel of this world as they were developing it, and you can see the effort everywhere you look. And it's still, in the words of one of the people in the behind the scenes video of this game, it blows your mind every time you see it. Power to the PS2. Smash, smash. But yeah, that's those are my ramblings on the world of Ratchet and Clank. I just love this game, man. I just have a really genuine love for this game. And actually, there are much more... Boom! I love doing that. There are much more in-depth analysi or something, I don't know, of the commentary and satire and just themes behind this world that are on YouTube. The Gaming Brit has done a really good analysis of it, which basically compared the... Frick, my throat has got a real tickle in. It really compares the original game to that of how the story and everything were kind of butchered in the reboot. And BMAS kind of does the same sort of thing, but they're both excellent videos, and I'll link them both, and they're totally a good watch, and honestly, they talk about it in much better ways than I could, and just the absolute love and care Insomniac put into creating this world. SWAT! Man, Ratchet is such an asshole, dooming these poor Blarg to just plummet to the city streets below and face a gruesome death as they splatter on the pavement. Sorry, I'll send a relief check to your family and kids at home. Whee! Bye, have a nice fall. Alright, so, that's our quarry right there. So let's catch it, I guess. It's gonna go running. We're gonna have to chase him down. Like a little pest. Yep, see? There he goes. Bye-bye. Hey, you! This guy thinks he's smart, running away and leaving mines for us. Like we're dumb enough to actually fall for that trap. Dude, it's so satisfying setting off the TNT crates and just watching all the boxes around them explode at the same time and shower bolts. The collecting of the bolts is one of the most satisfying in this game. When they just come pouring in and you see that meter tick up rapidly. Another cutscene inbound, so I'll shut the fuck up and let you guys listen.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek. Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Qwark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
It's one of my favorite lines of the game, by the way. Totally just the noticeable contrast between Ratchet and Clank's personalities. Mikey Kelly is the voice of Ratchet in this game, and he only ever got to voice Ratchet once. And as much as I love James Arnold Taylor, who has been the voice of Ratchet ever since going Commando, I would still be incredibly invested in seeing Mikey Kelly get to take one more crack at the character. Alright, so we've got another hidden gold bolt down here that we're going to grab. If you wanted, and I'm not going to do this because, you know, you guys wouldn't want to sit there and watch me do it, but if I wanted, I could farm bolts from these ships because this traffic is coming through this underpass endlessly, and they give you bolts as you destroy them, so you could just sit here and smash them as long as you wanted and keep an endless supply of bolts coming. And over a good few, like maybe 24 hours, become a millionaire, I guess. Now, of course, there's a much more efficient endless bolt making scheme later on in the game that I will lay out to you guys as I get there, but any hardcore fans of the game will know exactly what I mean. But yeah, you can just sit here and jump these fools for chump change, like a thug. But yeah, that's enough of that. We've got a Let's Play to do. We struck gold! Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, Mikey Kelly's Ratchet has a lot more of that punkish, attitudinal skater boy vibe to him, whereas James Arnold Taylor's Ratchet is a lot more chillaxed, a lot more laid back, and a lot more friendly. And with the way his character progresses in this game, that would be the natural place that he would end up at. But there's something that I just There's something that I love and miss about asshole Ratchet, I guess. Or as some people would refer to him as, Chad Chit. Shit, man. Yeah, there has been a tickle in my throat this entire time. I don't know why. We're gonna be coming back here and blowing up those blimps soon. Alright. That's part of the level. Smash. Grab. Smash. Grab. Is that Captain Qwark?
Welcome to the Captain Qwark fitness course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck. Qwark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Qwark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Qwark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
Clank is a little bit oblivious. Like, he's an intellectual, sure, but there are moments where he has fleeting moments of confusion, and you're just like, what? How did you miss that? Are you okay, buddy? This guy's got more dialogue. Let's talk to him.
That's right, fitness fans. Just make it to the third island to claim your reward. And don't forget to tune in this week as I, Captain Qwark, appear in person to present the grand prize for the Hoverboard Championship held in Blackwater City.
You're getting these little hints that he's a little bit of a sellout.
Yes, you too can be as fit and good-looking as your hero, Captain Qwark. Well, maybe not as good-looking. Go ahead and take the challenge to see if you can claim the reward.
For the people who haven't played this game before, who are thinking he's seeming to be quite the pompous douchebag, you have no ghost of an idea of how much of a pompous douchebag he actually is. Smash. Yeah. I think that I've got this, like, really irritating tickle in my throat right now that's making it hard for me to resist the urge to cough while I'm recording this, because, like I said, I live in Colorado, and there are some fires that are currently raging in Colorado Springs, at least I think it's Colorado Springs, and they've got the atmosphere over here as polluted as Chairman Dreck's home world of Arxon. In fact, 2 days ago, for 2 days in a row, I would wake up and go out into the living room and I would see the sun rising and it was red. Like, the sun was blood red because of the ash in the air. And it was... I mean, honestly, I thought that the red sun was actually kind of pretty, but at the same time, that's also something to tell you that, something's wrong. It's also been kind of making it a little bit difficult for me to breathe. I think you guys noticed that during the cutscene I was sitting there doing the... yeah. I have a deviated septum, so sometimes it's a little bit, you know, I have difficulties, and the fires, I don't think are helping. Anyway, I basically just cleared that fitness course completely effortlessly. We're not going to complete it just yet, however, that's the end of it over there, because there is another golden bolt that we're going to collect. Whee! Man, Ratchet's gotta have nerves of steel to just do this without... Look at his face, he's just like, don't drop me, Clank! Smash! And yep, there's a gold bolt right there. I'll take that. The bolts in the game are intentionally designed to sound like a slot machine. One of the designers of the game, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody who said that the sound design of the bolts are meant to mimic the slot machine because there's something about the chinging sound that I think pings on the dopamine receptors or something like that. It just makes it satisfying to collect them. Alright, I want you guys to pay attention to something real quickly, because there is a floating object somewhere through here. I'm gonna see if I can catch it, because... yeah, there it is. See that? What I'm doing this for, the prize at the end of the fitness course is a grappling hook called the swing shot, and that floating orb that we just saw is a target that you use to grapple onto. They're called Versa targets. And for some reason, that one is just floating out in the middle of nowhere. My guess is that it was a part of some other part of the level that was cut, but Insomniac just forgot to remove that one Versa target, so now it's just floating there. But I only ever actually noticed it when I played the HD collection, and the higher resolution allowed me to actually pick up on the fact that it was there with a clearer picture. But now that I know that it's there, I can notice it in the old school PS2 version there, and 2. And yeah, I've seen a couple people mention it, but not many, so I thought that would be an interesting thing for me to point out. Anyway, we're gonna have to clear this fitness course again. Time me! See if I can do it in record time. Whee! Ah, shit. Okay, maybe not. Skill! Ah, okay. Bounce, bounce. Whee! Dude, imagine ziplining this while you're, who knows how many feet above the street. That would be terrifying. And offensive stereotype number 1.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast.
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day. But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Qwark.
Captain Qwark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today, the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad, life's not fair.
Honey Badger don't give a shit.
Sweet. I bet Captain Qwark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that.
Well, I don't appreciate
The two of you
gender
make me
stereotypes. Nah, kidding. What a cheapskate. You meet a lot of cheapskates in this universe. It gets even worse when you go to Bogon. Even the computers charge you in Bogon, but we'll get to that when we get to that. This game, you can definitely tell, is a product of its time, and there's some humor in it that I feel like maybe won't try to make their way today. Insomniac were a lot more biting back then than they are today. Like, you know, stereotypical humor like that of, you know, poking fun at the people of other countries and stuff like that. You know, that's stuff that doesn't fly in 2020. That joke right there, some people would have probably found offensive. Maybe. I don't know. I like dark humor. I like humor that busts people's balls and stuff like that. I took a comedy class last year, and my routine was, now that I think back to it, my stand-up routine was pretty dang fucked up, but it definitely got a major laugh out of my comedy teacher. I can tell you guys more about that later on. Wait. No, there's one more thing that I forgot to do. Yeah, so I remember one joke I did in my comedy routine back in the class that I took was, basically it was a joke about jumping into a swimming pool at a little kid's birthday party with a plastic toaster that, it was fake, but it was painted chrome to look like it was real. And the joke was basically just about intentionally terrifying everybody present just for the lulz. And my teacher was like, did you make that toaster a plastic toy toaster just because somebody told you to, I guess, be nicer about it or something like that? And I said no, it was to add to the subversion of expectation, because you expect it to be real bad, but it turns out to just be a really mean-spirited practical joke. And then I shit you not, his response to me was, kill the kids! I ended up not doing that, because the whole point of the joke was the subversion of the expectations. But, yeah, I just remember how blunt he was about that, and it just came out of nowhere, and I was like, okay. Yeah, shock humor. It's fun. I like it. My sense of humor is incredibly based off of it. I kind of hope that at some point I can slip some shocker jokes in here and see if people react to it, I guess. Not a terrible person. At least I don't think. Okay. Iridia. Let's go. I really like how they hide the loading screens in this game. Like, right now, in the most recent Ratchet games, the loading screens are just that, regular loading screens, you know, with the picture of the planet you're going to, with a piece of hint text. But back in the day, the loading screens were visuals of your ship flying through space, and it really added to the idea that you're on this intergalactic adventure traveling through space. I think it really hit its peak in a crack in time when it let you actually free roam through space in your ship. But after that, they kind of ditched the space travel segments almost altogether, and it really sucks because it was neat. Celebrity.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw ya, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
Everything's a caricature in this game. But at the same time, that's not really a bad thing, because since all the characters are so exaggerated, it results in them being incredibly memorable. Like, each and every one of them sticks with you. Skid McMarks, Helga, Captain Qwark, all the characters that you meet in this game, all the citizens of this galaxy, you just remember and take a liking to each and every one, even the minor ones. Anyway, this is probably one of the most fun parts of the early game, because you're getting swarmed by these smaller enemies, and the flamethrower here, the Pyrocider, is excellent at clearing out the swarms of these things, and as I said before, roasting fools in droves is fun as hell. So, in this part of the level, I'll kind of time myself to see how quickly I can go through here and set everything ablaze. So, yeah, my tip to you is, if you're playing this game, make sure that you have the Pyrocider by this point, because that is definitely the most fun way to tackle this challenge, at least in my opinion. Let's see, they're gonna fall from above. Place that up there. Yep. I was hoping to have the flame already deployed so that it would catch them as they fell. Like I was hoping they would fall into it, but my timing was off. But whatever. Smash and grab. When you get to Iridia, which is the planet that we're on right now, just the deep nighttime feel of the level. Hold on, let me take out these things and then I'll show you what I mean. Oh, there's somebody else up here. Smash! Not smash, swat. Flash out the door, swat! Okay, there we are. But, yeah, Insomniac really outdo themselves with the general vibe and atmosphere of this world. Like, you get to Iridia and you've got the night sky with the subtle sounds of the ships flying overhead, and you've got the view of the factory up on the horizon just looming over you. And the booming echo of the cannon over there, as well as the two moons just hovering in the sky ominously. And then you've got the music too, which has got this echoing drone to it. And of course, then we've got the lights as well, kind of just little bits of light in the darkness. I love the atmosphere of it. I'm a sucker for nighttime. Okay, I like nighttime. One of my favorite things is to go on walks through my part of town. I live in the Denver Tech Center, so it's an urban area and it's lit up even at night. And I'll go on walks through the city streets at night if I want to get out of the house and just absorb the atmosphere. I'm a sucker for it. I like it. I like to vibe. I think. I vibe, damn it. Burn! Alright.
Here, man. Catch.
A brand new Z3000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
Hell yeah. I bet it's worth a lot of money. I think Ratchet sells it after the adventure. Never see it again, so he very well could have. Alright. We are teleported up here before we can finish collecting the bolts, so let's do that. And then I've got another little anecdote that I want to show you guys once we get to where I can best show it off. So, on this. Skid's ship is significantly large. And though it crashed here, it looks pretty dang intact, I'm not gonna lie. Smash. When I was little, it didn't even register with me that that's what this was. I didn't actually realize that this was a ship. Or a lot of things that didn't register with me when I was little. Okay, skill point number 2. We're gonna do a shooting of these innocent workers who are just trying to come here and do their jobs at the factory. And then Ratchet just has to come and be an asshole and fuck everybody's day up. Ratchet's a jerk. Okay, so here's something that it was either Tony Garcia or Mike Stout who were doing the video on the beta version of the game with another Ratchet Clank YouTuber. I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Teal Game Master, but I'm probably wrong. If it's not, I'll link the actual video. But this is where I learned this bit of information that when that cannon over there was initially meant to shoot Ratchet up to one of those 2 moons, and it was going to be the first spherical world, but they ran out of either time or memory, so the spherical world was cut. But the cannon is still there. But because they ran out of memory, they actually could not put the missile into the level for it to shoot. So instead, what it is firing, if you could actually zoom in closer to the cannon when it shoots, is it's firing off the robots that you fight in this level. I'll show you what those robots look like because we're about to go toe-to-toe with them. Ugh, crap. I'm sitting crisscross and my legs are falling asleep right now. It's really annoying. But yeah, these guys are what that cannon is firing. So, if you want, you can kind of make your own assumptions about what's literally happening on this factory for those things to be loaded into the cannon and shot. Maybe it's people who are fired because they accidentally broke something, and this factory's management is cutthroat. They have no room for failures. You want to steal somebody's food out of the company fridge? Well then, we're gonna load you into the cannon and teach you a lesson. That's the kind of thing that would happen in this universe too. I'm sure somebody's gonna get punished for letting Ratchet break into the factory here, but it's gonna be none of these guys because they're all gonna be dead. Of course, for all I know, they could just be rebuilt by management and then punished. When I was younger, for some reason I got it in my... I don't know. Basically, for some reason, I insisted on fighting fire with fire, literally, with these guys. Like, I would intentionally use the weapon that matched the weapon that the guys who were attacking me were using. So if they swatted at me with the melee, I would use the wrench on them, and with those guys, I would always use the pyrocider on them. Don't ask me why, I don't know what my logic with it was, but it's what I did. I also just really like the way the flames look. I think it was Vel4XD and Is Everything Wrong with Ratchet Clank series who pointed out that it looks like a line of Cheetos, and I can't unsee it, but I love it. Alright, now for one of the most fun sections of the game. I don't know how many people realize that Ratchet's wrench is magnetic and you can throw it to pick up distant bolts, but that's a thing you can do. Oh, hey! Can't leave a single bolt unturned. You always know that they're there because you can see that little glint. Whee! Ratchet thinks he's Spider-Man. And seeing as Insomniac would go on to make a Spider-Man game in the future, hey, talk about your self-fulfilling prophecies. I think. I don't know. In the later games of the series, like in everything after A Crack in Time, they pretty much ruined the swing shot. Because it becomes so slow and loses all of its inertia and just flow of movement. So you can't like zip around from target to target anymore. It's just... it's not as fun in the later games as it is in these first ones, which really sucks. Because the use of the swing shot was one of the most thrilling part of the platforming in these games. Whee! Boop! Love doing that. Taking the opportunity here to just show off my skill. Alright, skill point number 3. Check it out. I'm gonna hit every one of these targets without touching the floor. Ready? Let's go! Skill! Skill! Woohoo! Just like that. Now we're gonna have to go back through again because we missed a couple crates, but It's always worth it. Smash! That was the wrong way. Woo! Whoa, crap! Oh, dang it! And it started me all the way back at the beginning. That sucks. Ah, well. That's fine. It's still a fun section of the game, and since I've destroyed all the crates now, I can just zip around without interruption. So, let's go. Watch it. Zip. Zip. Woohoo! Yeah! Smash! Kind of just evolving into random sounds now, but that's kind of what my inner monologue sounds like when I'm playing the game, when I'm not doing Let's Play or whatever. Just a bunch of whee! Woohoo! Yaha! Woo! Swing! Swing! Sounded like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man while swinging through New York City. And we have a new toy.
Yes!
Alright, I think I'm starting to feel myself getting into my Let's Play groove here. Let's see, next secret that we're going to be grabbing. This is one that would be really easy to miss if you didn't know about it, but gotta hover down here to this lower platform and not fall to your demise, and pick up another gold bolt. And then you don't even have to aim upwards because the slingshot will auto-lock to pull you right back up to the top. Another little tale from my childhood here is, when I was little, I didn't have confidence in my ability to solve any one of these kinds of like puzzle elements of the game. And the way the Trespasser works is you've got these lasers, right? And you've got to direct the lasers into the glowing receptors. And that first lock is piss easy, like not even a challenge. It's just completely straightforward, but little kid me didn't have the confidence in himself to do any sort of problem-solving stuff. And my aunt would always babysit me. I don't know if always is the right word, but my aunt would babysit me sometimes, and I have memories of always asking her to do it for me when I was playing this game at her house. And I look back at it now, and I'm just like, why? Why did I ever have any trouble with these? They're so damn easy. But I guess we all did stupid things as kids. Boom! Headstone. Break that guy's skull open. Boom. Boom. Alright. I'm gonna try and do something here. Let's see if I can. Can I? Dang it. I was gonna try and knock this guy into the stack of crates and then have him get blown up by the TNT crates when he set him off. Sometimes I can do it, but obviously that time I didn't. Who needs elevators? Whee! Ratchet doesn't take fall damage, so he can just do stuff like that. Okay. This isn't much of a factory here. Probably still under construction because we've just got this little section of natural terrain in here that's infested. Hey buddy, why are you trying to kill me? I'm helping you out with your Sansark infestation here. I'd say I'm doing you a favor, dicks. I wonder though, is this outpost Blarg-owned? Or is this just some independent business owner who I'm just randomly fucking up just as collateral for my goal of rescuing Skimmick Marks while he's stranded here? These flamethrower bots are the bad guys, like, in game only, but honestly, from their perspective, I'm probably the bad guy, because I'm the one trespassing on their property. They're probably simply defending themselves. Ratchet's, rampage through Outpost X11 might actually be illegal. the owner of this factory could probably sue him for the damages to his security bots and stuff. Or her. Could be a girl too. We don't know. But we never actually find out who owns the place. The assumption is the Blarg, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Okay. Here's something that I always try to do. I'm gonna see if I can do it here. Nope, dang it. I think you can pick up on what I was trying to do though. I was gonna start the timer on the TNT crates and then see if I could climb them up to this ledge here before they set off. I've been successful in it before, but yeah, no, didn't work out that time. Oh well. Whee! Maybe I shouldn't do that. Alright. Third gold bolt. Wait, is it the third one? No, it's not the third one. At this point, I've lost count, but who cares? Without the helipad, there's no possible way you could have gotten across there. But yeah, here we are. I hope I don't have COVID. Thank you. Just kind of robbing whoever owns this place. Sorry. In the reboot, you can't actually get to this section until later on in the game, because to get here in the reboot, you need the jetpack to turn this special bolt crank kind of thing. I remember when I played the reboot for the first time, I spent hours trying to get over there the old-fashioned way and constantly dying and wondering why the hell it wasn't working until I eventually figured it out. Anyway, here's Skid's agent. Let's talk to him.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
I can confidently say that you surpass him, Ratchet. Alright, so I think that's just about everything for this part. Let me show something here, because with the way that progression works in this game, you do unlock certain gadgets and stuff that you have to come back to previous levels to use so you can get some other collectibles. Like right here, there's the magnet boots in this game that allow you to walk up these special shafts. So once we have those, we're going to be coming back here so we can climb up there and grab the gold bolt that's up there. But we can't do that just yet. With my playthrough here, I'm going to get as close to 100% as I can, because it is within my ability. I know every single inch and corner of this game like the back of my hand. Maybe I'll try to get the Rhino too, or maybe I won't. I don't know. There's a glitch that you can exploit in this game to collect endless bolts. So I could do it to collect enough bolts to get the Rhino, which is the most powerful weapon in the game and also the most expensive. I could do that, or I'm planning on starting up a Twitch account soon. And my plan is to stream Challenge Mode, which is this game's New Game Plus, over on Twitch. So maybe I won't get the Rhino in this playthrough, and I will save it for the Twitch Challenge Mode playthrough. Then again, I'll be buying a bunch of stuff in Challenge Mode too, because there are the golden weapons to worry about, so who knows if I actually will or not. I don't know if I'd do Challenge Mode in one sitting, because I can beat this game in one sitting in a time span of 5 hours. It's incredibly easy for me to do. But that's a little bit of hinting to stuff that you can expect in the future. I haven't made the Twitch account yet. I'm thinking I'm probably going to make it just before starting to stream, and I can let people know that I've got it. But yeah, that's I think that'll do us for this part. So actually there's gonna be a cutscene that I don't know, I wanna open with. I think I'll just end now. That sounds good. I'll end now, and I'll open part 3 with the inter-level cutscene that precedes the next planet. So yeah, that's enough for today. I'll see you guys on Friday. This has been Nico The Nacho, and I am out. Peace.